I did not get any impression about it involving Glenn Funk in the way of a bribe.
Why would Bill Fletcher think that he would just get to keep the $2 million he requested?
I don't know.
Object.
Tonight, explosive allegations emerge from one of the most controversial domestic violence cases in recent Nashville history. Last year, the case against Nashville developer David Chase went away after Nashville DA Glenn Funk agreed to drop the charges.
But now News Channel 5 Investigates has uncovered even more salacious allegations surrounding that case. Allegations of extortion, possible bribery, even blackmail.
And what our chief investigative reporter Phil Williams discovered raises questions about a longtime Democratic political consultant, as well as the DA himself.
This case is about you believing that you were wrongfully accused of something, correct?
Correct.
The stunning allegations emerged in sworn testimony as a result of a lawsuit filed by David Chase. In 2014, the Nashville developer found himself at the center of a media firestorm, charged with assaulting his former girlfriend twice in the same day. But after Chase became the poster boy for domestic violence, the case began to unravel amid questions about the alleged victim's story. On July 1st, all charges were dismissed.
What should the DA's office have done differently in investigating this case?
Any level of investigation at all, period.
But then after Chase sued a group of people he suspected of conspiring against him, information surfaced about a mysterious demand for $2 million.
To make it go away, but I don't, what that means, what that translates to, you know, I don't know.
This man is not guilty of these charges.
As Chase's legal team attacked the alleged victim's credibility through the court system, according to evidence uncovered in the civil case, there was this text message from David Chase's phone. "What's the status of your case?" a friend asked. The status, Chase replied, is "My PR guy went beyond the extortion of me and told my dad he needs $2 million to make this go away." Chase added, "I'm about to go on a postal rampage."
We maintain very high standards.
That PR guy working for Chase was veteran political consultant Bill Fletcher, who, according to sworn testimony in the civil case, approached David's wealthy father, Dean Chase, with the request.
So help me God.
Under oath, David's mother, Sandy Chase, was asked by Nashville attorney Brian Manukian about the money.
Was your perception that Bill Fletcher wanted $2 million to bribe someone?
I think Dean inferred that that was the purpose.
But when Dean Chase was asked the same question,
Did you believe that the $2 million request was to pay a bribe to someone?
Object. Don't answer.
his attorneys told him not to answer. Still, Sandy Chase described her husband's reaction to the $2 million request.
He said he just got, that Fletch just got himself fired, that he said there's no way we would do that, and he was shocked.
At the time, David Chase's fate was in the hands of Nashville DA Glenn Funk, who had apparently been signaling for months that he was willing to consider the possibility that there just might not be enough evidence to continue the case.
Making it go away would have required a decision on Glenn Funk's part, correct?
Well, since he was in control of the dropping the charges or not, I guess the answer would be yes.
Did you get the sense that Bill Fletcher's request for $2 million was to give to Glenn Funk?
Object the form of the
I
question.
did not get that feeling. I didn't know what to think of it.
My reputation, according to me, that I'm referring to.
But David Chase had harsh words for Funk after learning about the $2 million request, texting his mother, "After today, Glenn Funk can rot in prison with everyone else." He added, "I'm calling my guys in D.C. to finish this." It's not clear what that meant. Sandy Chase later tried to calm him down. "Look, just because someone called Dad and offered to help his way doesn't mean you have to call out the troops yet." She urged, "Wait and see how it plays things out. Then if you need to call in your big guns, no one will think twice.
There's been some bumps in the road.
A few days after the Chases fired Bill Fletcher, according to the testimony, Funk's office sent word that the charges would be dismissed. But it turned out there was a catch. David Chase was forced to drop a separate federal lawsuit he had filed against Metro for allegedly violating his civil rights, a lawsuit where the DA himself could have become a witness. Chase sent this text: "I dropped the federal case against Metro and the PD. Had to," he explained, "in order to get my stuff dropped after Funk blackmailed me."
Has David told you just flat out that he believes Glenn Funk did something illegal?
The requiring David to drop the case against Metro PD in order to have his stuff dismissed. That I know for sure he was talking about.
The DA.
But David Chase's mother was again trying to calm him down as recently as August for reasons that are not quite clear. She texted, "I would like for you to reconsider your plan of action you told me about last night as applies to GF." His response, "Glenn Funk has the choice of doing the right thing or not. I will scorch the earth before I give up." Phil Williams, News Channel 5 Investigates.
Now, the attorney asking those tough questions tried to get both Fletcher and Funk under oath to give their sides of the story. Both filed objections, arguing they should not be expected to testify.
Bill Fletcher declined to comment, but District Attorney Glenn Funk sent us a statement late this afternoon. Funk admits he would not dismiss the criminal charges against Chase until Chase agreed to drop his federal civil rights lawsuit against Metro. He said he didn't want the publicity of a high-profile domestic violence case to deter victims from reporting domestic violence or having the courage to come to court. He went on to say it saved taxpayers from the time and costs of defending against a federal lawsuit. Funk called the arrangement a release dismissal agreement and claimed they are routinely used by prosecutors throughout the United States. You can see Glenn Funk's entire statement as well as portions of Dean and Sandy Chase's video depositions on our website, newschannel5.com. Then coming up tomorrow night at 6 p.m., we'll hear from the man at the center of this case, David Chase himself.
In my opinion, blackmailed me to, using my criminal case and incarceration as leverage to get me to drop a federal civil case that I had grounds to file. I mean, I haven't looked up the dictionary in Webster's, but that sure sounds like blackmail to me.
Chase sat down for an exclusive interview with News Channel 5's Nick Barris. He talks about his high-profile arrest and why he believes the case against him was mishandled from the very beginning. That's coming up tomorrow night on News Channel 5 at 6.